So if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, you know that I absolutely love the new ABH formula that has started with these 12 pan palettes that she's been putting out since last fall. I love the formula and I love the color stories, but it's mostly the formula. So of course I just went ahead and ordered this, not even thinking that it would be any different because it looks just like the other ones, and I was wrong. The formula on most of these shades is different than before. I'm going to keep this fairly short and give you an alternative that doesn't cost $55. Unfortunately, I can't recommend this one. I will show you the swatches and go through each one of the shades and what my issues are, but what I can say is that the formula is just not here. These colors are muddy. I'm wearing this on one of my eyes, and I'm wearing this color pop on the other eye. Can you tell the difference? Yeah, me neither. So save your money and get this one, is what I'd say first. But let's go through the swatches and I will tell you exactly why I don't recommend this particular palette. Not for the money.
All right, here she is under very, very sunny natural light. Very sparkly. Let's get started on the swatches. Okay, so the first swatch is called Smoke. This is probably my favorite shade out of the whole palette. It really is like one of her old formulas. This swatch is of leather. It's a little dry, a little dusty. You see me kind of working it. It is your standard sort of taupe. Okay, I'm expecting this to be sparkly. It's called Moonlight. And what? No, no. Oh no, this should be so much more intense. I mean, look at me, a third time I'm going in. Yeah, no. Well, that's disappointing. Okay, this one's Fireside. This one is actually just as good as the first one, Smoke. Okay, the green, I was very excited about this. It's called Thorns. What is this? No, 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 no. Okay, it's barely green, 3 swatches, and it's still dry and see-through. Okay, next, Crimson. Same. This should be an intense color. This is muddy, it is dry. Oh, Lord. Okay, let's try Divine. This is the big popular shade that everybody talks about. Okay, it is very bright, but also extremely dry. Not what I expected. It's supposed to be duochrome too. Not really. Okay, this one's pretty. This is Midnight. It is her traditional formula. I wish it was a little more pigmented though. Okay, so this one is Crown. This is disappointing. This looks just like Quasar from the Cosmos palette, but it is drier and less pigmented. What is the point of that? Okay, back to the mattes. Again, this is Mulberry, and it is dry and sort of forgettable. Ember, same. Look at that, it's like chunky. Ugh, I am used to very creamy mattes from her. I am so sad. Okay, last one, Twilight. This should be green, right? No, it's not. It is, I mean, this is the brightest sunlight, so it's going to pick up some color, but in normal light, this thing looks like gray, black, and you can see the crumbles coming off of it. Okay, well, so here is everything in full light, so it gives you an idea of what the colors really look like in natural sunlight. And this is going to be the shiniest that you're going to see them. This is in sort of reflected light, not right under the direct light, but this is natural daylight again. Look at that hot mess that Twilight is. And where are my greens? You've got the magenta pink that does stick out. Yeah, it kind of stinks.
So basically you can get most of the same colors and almost the same finishes with this color Pop Hocus Pocus palette. The ones that I used today are these three. And they swatch immediately in one swatch better than these do in several swatches. The one color that I would say is probably their best, and it reminds me of the old formula, is this very soft, shimmery kind of taupe. And that one is really not duped in this. I had to sort of mix a couple colors in, and their shimmer is just not quite as punchy. But you know, if you have this shimmery taupe in something else, you're good to go. Did you guess which side is which? Let me help you. This is the ABH side, and this is the ColourPop side. It's just not worth the money. So I know a lot of people said, oh, this is just for darker skin tones. Yes, they are all darker colors, and they would look better on darker skin tones than, say, like my skin tone. It's a little more challenging. However, that's not really the problem. The problem is that the colors in this are muddy. And no matter which ones you use, so especially like this green, it's not really green. It's kind of black. I mean, that's not when you are going for this, you're really hoping for these really punchy colors. And then this is not really green either. And it's not very pigmented. So, I mean, just, I don't know, just skip this one. It's just not right. Even this is supposed to be this like very vibrant, like duochrome. And it is, sorry, I'm running out of arm here. It's dry, and you kind of got to go at it. Honestly, I like this ColourPop one a little bit better because they have it in two colors. They've got it in the shimmer, and then they also have it in the matte. So you can use either. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know what happened, and it makes me sad because I absolutely love her formula usually. So, yeah, it is what it is. Sometimes sometimes it doesn't win. The only other one that reminds me of that is the new Nomad palette. What is it called? Ghost Town USA. This one's in that sort of $55 range, $50 range. So it's not cheap, but you get a lot more colors. The color theme is pretty similar, and then their shimmers are definitely a lot punchier, so they're not bad. Go. Yeah. So if you really, really like that color theme, this is another one that you could try. Okay, so that's it. I'm keeping it kind of short today just because what I really wanted to tell you is this is not the same formula that you're used to. Don't waste your money. If you really have to have this color story, just find the Hocus Pocus one by ColourPop and save yourself like $30-40.
All right, I just had to pop back in here because I just realized when I was editing this, I was just about to post this, and I realized that it is really, really hard to find the Hocus Pocus palette that I am talking about. So you can find it on Mercari and on Poshmark for around $30. And they have it here on Amazon. There's one left for $75. And this is the Hocus Pocus Gather Around one. It's the first one, not the second one. Okay, there is no ColourPop palette that is worth $75. I love ColourPop, but you know, you're maxing out at $25-30 for me as far as what that is worth. So if you happen to already have that palette, then, you know, I can highly recommend that. Or if you really, really want to get it, you know, go ahead and troll around on Poshmark and eBay and Mercari. A lot of times you can find really good unused makeup on there. So give that a try. Along the same lines, this one by ColourPop, Plush Like Me, it does not have the greens in it at all. But it does have a lot of these sort of taupey shimmery shades. It has that same very grungy quality to it. And I actually really like it. These are slightly bigger pans, softer formula. This is a really, really nice palette. Yeah, super soft. This is actually really good formula. So I can recommend the Plush Like Me by ColourPop, but it has the same problem. It's also been discontinued. This is what happens when you collect makeup for years like I do. You end up with like, oh, I know. And yeah, it's hard to recommend stuff. But you know, ColourPop's one of those ones that a lot of people kind of collect when they come out, and they have them in their collections. So maybe you can go and look and see if you already have something that is very much like this Anastasia palette. The uber point, however, is this is not worth $55. Don't bother. You saw the swatches and you saw how poor the formula is and how muddy the payoff is. So when you're getting excited about this color story and you're like, ooh, that green's gonna be great. Ooh, that's gonna be punchy. Ooh, that's gonna be shimmery. You've got two good shimmery shades that are really rich and beautiful, in my opinion. I like this one too, but it just doesn't have much color. So yeah, $55 for 2 or 3 shades. You know, you're better off. I have to show you this real quick because I just got these in and they're flippin' gorgeous. These Moira, whatever. I don't know. These little shadow pots. Oh my goodness. Super duper soft. I think that they are trying to compete with like Bodyography. They're not quite the same as Bodyography. They are more metallic than like shimmery metallic, but they are smooth. They are punchy, beautiful. And so I would say that if you're, it's so soft, it's messy. Oh, this one's really, really pretty. And I did a short already this week. Oh, that is so pretty. I love it. I did a short earlier this week with this silver color just because it was the first one that I got and I was like, oh, ba-bam, that's amazing. So, sorry, I know the lighting's not great, but this is just, I'm throwing this in at the last minute. But I mean, instead of spending a bunch of money on like an overly expensive ColourPop or an overly expensive Anastasia, if you're looking for this kind of formula, which is what you would normally expect in this, those Moira pots, I think they are $9 on Amazon. Yeah. And I would say that they're similar to this shade that I very much like. Here, let's see, I'm gonna put it down here. So yeah, very, very similar and not the same price. So anyway, that's another recommendation that I can throw in there is the Moira paint pots if you're looking for a few like really like bam shimmery soft metallic shades, which is usually what these guys are known for, just not this time. All right, hope that helps.
So, yep. If you guys have any questions, as always, I love talking to you guys, so just leave questions down in the comments section and I'll get right back to you. Do me a favor, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe. It really helps my channel to grow and I really appreciate that. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks again for joining me.